Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we're back and we're building this family bungalow. If you want to go download it, it is available under my gallery ID, which is just TheSimPanions, just the same as the YouTube channel is called. I think I forgot to put on hashtags for this because I'm sick today, so a little heads up if I sound even more confused. I apologize. Because I don't know, I just woke up and I felt really sick and it's not good. And this video should have actually gone up yesterday. I don't know if you all follow my schedule or even care, but yeah, I do usually upload on Saturdays. I feel like the last few weeks I've uploaded on Sundays a lot of times rather than the Saturdays because we do go food shopping on Saturdays, so sometimes it gets a little bit late and I like to upload the weekend videos a little bit earlier just because I feel like most people are always out and about as soon as it's midday or something on the weekend, but I feel like most people watch the weekend videos in the morning. But you can let me know when, or if you even watch anything on the weekend. Like maybe you're watching this on a Monday and you're like, no, I'm never on YouTube or whatever over the weekend. So yeah, I was a bit busy yesterday because we had some electricity issues, so my mom and stepdad just came over in the morning to have a look at it, and then today we had an electrician over and he fixed a few things, so yay, everything's working again. And that was, we got up really late as well, at like 10 or something. I usually don't like to get up that late. I like to get up at 9-ish, now that I'm not at uni anymore at least. Before that I used to get up at 8 and then go to uni, but now that I'm on a break, 9 is kind of a really good time for me. I feel like it's not too late but not too early either, so I can get a full night's sleep. You know, I need my sleep. I'm very bad. Like if I don't get enough sleep, I can't function. I'm so tired and like, oh, it's the worst. And then my cat started actually, oh, he's so annoying lately. Like for some reason he's gotten so needy. He just loves to cuddle, and he comes. Last night I actually checked at what time he came to cuddle with me, and it was 4:30, and I was just like, are you for real? Can't you just wait for like another 4 hours or something? Really? So I tend to get really, if I get woken up during the night, that's it for me. And then in the morning my cat was there again and my boyfriend had to get ready for work because he works today. And it was just a lot. So yeah, I didn't get a good night's sleep, and then I also feel a little bit sick, like I said. So if I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. But I really do like how this house turned out. It didn't take me too long to finish. I feel like it was 2.5 hours or 2 hours 45, something around that. Because as you might have noticed if you watch some more of my speed builds, I tend to not record how I do the floor plan and how I paint the walls and stuff, because figuring out floor plans just takes me too long, and I ended up just editing it out anyways. So there you go. I don't include them. If you want me to include them more, you could let me know, but then I guess it means that the video is a little bit longer. And I know for myself that I need to, if a video goes over 20 minutes, it's really hard for me to watch. I have a very short attention span, which sucks, but I can't really help it. So a lot of times if I have to, well, I don't have to watch videos, but if I want to watch videos that are longer, I tend to just have a little break in between. It sounds so silly. It's a video. It's not like work or anything, but I need a break in between. So I like pause it after 10 minutes and then do something else for a little bit and then come back to it. Which is really weird. Like, do any of you do that? I mean, I would, yeah, I don't know. It's just me, but I still enjoy longer videos. It's just hard for me to watch it all in one, you know. But it's the same with, that's why I like to watch series or shows better than movies. I'm super bad with watching movies. I get so bored because I can't even tell you. I just get bored. Sometimes it's 2 hours of boredom, even though the movie is good or something. I feel like I'm better watching indie movies, which doesn't make sense at all because all the indie movies I've watched, they're very slow pace and very realistic. So they're more like real life. So a lot of times nothing happens forever. But for me, that's just really relaxing to watch. I don't get bored, which doesn't make sense. But I feel like a lot of movies for me are very predictable. Do you get that? I feel like I watch movies with Liam and I'm always like, oh, this is going to happen. And he's like, how do you know? And I'm like, well, it's so obvious. Like, I didn't even watch that many movies, but from a writer's perspective, well, I'm not a writer, but I can empathize with the people that write the movie, and I'm like, oh, this will probably happen right now because it will be the biggest plot twist or something. And I feel like that's why watching a movie with me is probably the worst thing in the world, because I spoil a movie for myself and everyone else. And I also talk a lot during movies. I don't know. Do any of you do that as well? Because I feel so bad, but as soon as something happens, I'm like, Liam, why did that happen? And he's just like, I don't know. I just, we'll just watch the movie. I used to do the same thing when I was a child, and I watched movies with my dad. I think he got really annoyed, but my dad was like the most patient man in the world, so bless him. We would always watch movies, and he would go, well, I would be like, I'm so curious. I feel like I don't like waiting for something to be explained. So I'm like, Dad, why did this happen? Why did they do that? Why did the man do this? Why did the woman do this? I was like always asking. He was just looking at me like, I don't know. I'm watching the movie at the same speed as you, Cora. I don't know. So I feel like maybe that's why I learned to predict what's gonna happen, so I'm not impatiently waiting to find out, I guess. It's so weird. It's the same with books. Like, I get really fast at some spots where I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? I need to know, even though I probably already kind of know what's gonna happen. Apart from, I read Gone Girl. Oh yeah, I'm super late on this. I'm very late on everything, but I feel like when it came out, I might have been too young. I don't have a clue when it came out, but I read Gone Girl, and I had no idea. Like, that was the biggest plot twist I think I experienced in my life. So if you've read or watched, I think there's a movie, Gone Girl, let me know if you were shocked, because I was just like, what? And I don't want to spoil it, because I enjoyed the book. I mean, it's very subjective, I guess. People can say like, oh, I love this book, and that's why when I read books, I usually don't tend to look at reviews or something. Same with movies, because I tend to enjoy things most people dislike. But I don't know, because I was never into like the really big mainstream movies, I guess. Well, I think I was when I was younger, but not so much anymore. And books is the same. I just read a book and then I can make my own mind up if I like it or not, but in my experience, a lot of times if I read really bad reviews and I read the book, I'm kind of like, oh, I liked it, So yeah, I don't know. I also thought I need to get back into reading. I haven't been reading forever, but I really enjoy it. It's very calming and stuff, but I'm such a slow reader, and then I get really ambitious, and as soon as I start reading, I'm like, oh, I want to read 3 books in a month. So like, realistically, I could probably not even finish one with the amount of time I spend reading, and then also I read so slow. I feel like for 20 pages or something, I feel like I would need 1.5 hours. Not even joking, I'm just so slow. But I guess a lot of times I would go back as well, because I have that issue where I try to concentrate on something, and I'm doing it. It's the same when I study or I'm at uni. I do focus on it, but in the back of my head, I'm thinking about something completely different, and I only catch myself doing that after like 3 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, holy crap, I wasn't even paying attention, I was just reading whilst thinking about something completely different. So my brain was doing 2 different things at a time, and then I obviously can't remember what happened in the book, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm rereading this now. So I feel like that's what happens a lot of time. I feel like I just have a issue to focus really in my life. I don't know if there's any tricks to help. If you know any, let me know, because I need help. Help. But yeah, anyways, I didn't talk about this build much, did I? Even though I really enjoyed how it turned out, especially the interior. I feel like this is one of my favorite interiors I've ever done. It's just it gives me Scandinavian vibes, and I know I have a few Scandinavian viewers, so let me know if it is. It just gives off those vibes because it's also light and bright, and like, there's a lot of plants, which I love. I wish I could take care of plants, and I wish I could have millions of plants, but they all die. It's because my cat meows when he's hungry, but the plant just dies, and it's not good. But yeah, I feel like the teens room that you just saw me build before I went on to furnish the master bedroom that we're doing right now, I really enjoyed it. I feel like that's one of my favorite rooms, and I have no idea if it's for a female or male sim or any other gender. I never really do you guys have a gender in your mind when you create rooms for your Sims? Because I just kind of go around the house when I paint all the walls and I'm like, oh, I'll put this color here, and then if I have that color there, I'll put this there, just so the kids' rooms all have a little bit of a different color scheme, or the teens' rooms. But I don't think when I see a pink room, I necessarily think of a girl living there, which probably it is because that's the stereotypes you have, so they must be coming from somewhere. But I think it might be because I don't like pink myself. I'm not a big fan of like pinks and purples and all of those colors. I know a lot of my friends are, so sorry. And I'm fine with it in other builds. I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of cute, but I would never have it for myself, you know. I would never paint my room pink. And it's the funniest thing because as a child, I remember I used to have pink carpet in my room. And my mom said that I picked it, but I can't remember picking it because I remember that my favorite color always used to be orange. So I don't know. I don't know why I picked that. I guess there wasn't any orange carpet, so I was kind of like, that's great. Yeah, I'll take the pink. I feel like I was such a weird child as well because I remember everyone got to pick their backpacks before first grade. And I remember back in the days when I went to school, or first grade, it was, I don't know, when was that? 2000, I guess? Oh wow, I'm old. When you realize you're old and you just want to cry. It's all good. I'm not going to die yet. But when I picked out my backpack, and I was also allowed to pick out, well, we needed like a gym bag as well. And they were, I remember they had horses. I think they had a football skinned one, and I did like football as a child, but I guess I just didn't want it on my backpack. And then they had some really stereotypical girly stuff, which I wasn't into as a child. And then they had aliens. So I was just like, I'll take the aliens. So for like 4 years in school, I was just the girl wearing an alien backpack, and I don't know why. And it's so funny because now I actually like aliens, but I feel like back then it was just the best out of all the bad choices that I got. And I'm so jealous when I see school kids now and they have all these cool designs, and I'm like, what, butterflies? Like, I mean, I don't even like butterflies, but I mean, there's so many different choices, and I have to choose the aliens, okay? And I would do it again every day. Yeah, I do like aliens. I do have a weird obsession with aliens, I guess. Even though I'd probably be scared out of my mind if I ever experienced like an alien invasion or whatever. But I feel like that wouldn't be mean, you know? If they're smart enough to come to our planet, I mean, why would they even come here? But if they were smart enough to come here, why would they kill us? It's like, there's no need, really. Really, I don't know. They don't need our planet or anything. Unless there's obviously some resource I ain't thinking about, but I can't think of any, you know, that they can't just take without killing us all. But anyways, I hope you liked this little bit of rambling. We didn't talk too much about the house, but I really do like it. It's very cute. I would like to live here, and I think it came to around 96,000, so it is kind of affordable, kind of not, I guess. A lot of you guys I know play with cheats, so it's obviously fine if you use money cheats, but I don't, so I feel like you could afford this after working for a little bit, especially once your Sims start having kids and stuff. It would be very cute. And if you enjoyed this build as well, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video for another Create a Sim. Bye!